All right, you guys, welcome to the podcast, to the show. If you guys don't know me, my name is 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗢𝗥 and
Kimberly.
and we're gonna have a very fun conversation today after quarantine. So, because ladies first, we're gonna let Kimberly talk a little bit first. So, how you feel after quarantine? You don't have to look at the camera. You can just be you.
I know. Um, I felt post quarantine. Like the only thing that
Before quarantine was, we can say we were good.
Mm-hmm.
We were good. Everything was fine. The gym was fine. We were working out. We were doing our own things, and everything was okay. At the beginning of the quarantine, shit got a little weird, in my opinion. Like I like working out, so
Yeah.
so
You were a little off,
yeah, a little off.
annoying,
Yeah, I bought this like little
depressing.
yes, very depressing. I bought this like little, how you call it, the fucking like rubber bands, and yeah,
Which is shit.
that didn't work. That Yeah, I used it for like a week. At first, I couldn't find it because they were like sold out everywhere, and you couldn't find any nowhere. And
Talking about that, I think people. How do I say it? They exaggerate everything. Like I don't get it. Everything was out. Paper toilet, paper towels.
oh yeah, the toilet paper shit, man.
Meat,
Oh my
like
god, the fucking hand sanitizers.
you would have thought it was the end of the world and everyone's gonna be stunk in their house
Yeah.
for a year.
Yeah, people were like getting ready for a war or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, going back to the rubber band things, I used it for like maybe like a week. Yeah, and I was still losing my game, so that kind of didn't work. And then I watched like every single Netflix show, even cartoons. So
I went blind watching so much TV.
yeah, and then the news, like brainwashing people and all that stuff. Yeah, was kind of like an awkward first month, I would say. After the first month, everything got kind of like you kind of like get used to it, but that first month was tough.
To me, it was the contrary. The first 2 months was okay. The third month, I started going crazy.
Nah, for me,
Like I'm
for
a
me, when they told me the gym is closed, you cannot work out, you cannot go out, and yeah, you're not getting paid. It was kind of like fucked up.
well, you like being out of the house, where I like being in the house. But
That's
where
true.
I got to a point where I had to be in the house because someone was telling me to, that got annoying.
Yeah, yeah. And then all this crazy stuff happening, like the president, or can we call it the president of Korea? Or the dictator? Whatever.
The president.
That guy. Fake he's dead, or who knows what was really going on, and the corona, and yeah, everything was like very, very, very strange. And now post quarantine, I mean, you would think like you get back to work and you get back to normal, but everything is kind of strange. Like it's funny how the human body get used to everything. Like we were out of work and like pretty much doing nothing for like 3 months, and then you get back to work and everything is like how you felt when the quarantine started. Like everything is strange. Like I don't know. It's like a weird feeling.
I don't feel strange. I feel stressed.
Yeah, that too.
I don't think it's strange. Well, maybe because I'm a little more open minded with people wearing masks and stuff because I like the Asian culture and they're used to that. But like I feel stressed because there's too many restrictions now.
Yeah, the mask situation to get in and out. For example, I'm not gonna be talking about a lot about the gym, but that's my thing. I have a YouTube channel, Opus Fitness, which that's my thing, fitness. But this podcast is a little more open. We're gonna talk about more stuff. But yeah, the situation getting in and out of the gym is like annoying. So you have to put the mask on. They check your temperature, but
You have to sanitize your hands.
you have to sanitize your
You
hands.
have to take your own towel.
You have to blast the AC before you go to the gym because if the freaking tester is a little off and it shows that you are over 100 degrees, You cannot get in. It's funny. Like I was telling you the other day. Like I was like standing. I went to the gym, like a week ago. I went to the gym and there was this girl. She was doing cardio. Outside of the gym. Apparently she was running from home, and her temperature was 110. So she had to stand outside of the gym for like 20 minutes until she cools down so she can get in. So the guy kind of knew that she didn't have the thing, but he still had to wait for her
the
to
regulations
cool down.
of the gym.
It's so ridiculous and stupid, bro. And the signs on the floor, I mean, that's the biggest fail of humanity, like for real.
to get out of the gym, you gotta go all around. You gotta go around the
gym. You gotta follow the arrows, and it's fucking strange. And nobody fucking follow that shit. Like it's crazy. The same with the supermarket. You go to grocery shopping and then have like this little signs on the floor like do not enter. Like
it's a one-way street.
It's a one-way, so you cannot get in, but people don't see it, and it's very strange. And the mask and you breathing, and work. That's when things get a little more uncomfortable.
We just started working 2 days ago, and that was I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of restrictions.
You should not be saying that. Maybe one of your managers are watching this and you get fired tomorrow.
They won't fire me because of that.
Yeah. I mean, they tell us that we have to follow certain rules.
Yeah. But
in reality, like they're changing the gloves every half an hour. Damn it!
It's too difficult.
If our managers see this shit,
the gloves I've been changing them.
Yeah, I change it times in 8 hours.
No, I've changed them a few times.
I change it my times.
I mean like. Shift. Not how they want us to, like every half an hour, but like for example, we're supposedly not using glassware anymore in the casino, but high limit is.
Yeah.
So when you're
you guys probably don't know this, but we work in the food and beverage industry, so that's why you say high limit and blah blah blah. So you can understand.
So when your customers come out of there with their glassware, we still end up picking the glassware because of you.
Yeah. Not because of me, because of them. Because whatever.
Well, you guys are.
If it was for me,
you guys are using the glassware.
If it was for me, I will use plastic all day because it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, well, you're not the manager or the owner of the casino, so.
Yeah, it's kind of it's weird. Like this is the thing. If you're gonna serve a beer in our industry, so you have to open the beer and put a plastic cup on top of the beer. So then you serve the guests, but it's strange because most people they drinking out of the bottle anyway.
Well, that's for you guys. For us, they reduced it to 4 beers, which is ridiculous. I feel bad for anyone that doesn't drink any of those 4 beers.
No.
But there's 2 their bottles and 2 their cans. The bottles, you like click the top off, but you leave the top on. Yeah. And then for the cans, we have to pour it in a cup. We can't take the can out.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the cup has its own top.
Yeah, everything's strange. And we're using these freaking new straws. We're like biodegradable.
The corn-based straws?
The corn-based one. But the thing is,
my God.
they bought it like before the quarantine.
That's way
before. They bought it before the quarantine, right? So they're corn-based. So now when you open it, they crack. So you just and they like crack. So like I saw a guest like
and the guest thinks that they're damaged.
Yeah. Like we serve a guest and they open the straw and they thought what's going to work to put them on the drink whatever. And when the guy sucked on the fucking straw, it was like shooting the drinks to the side. Like because the thing had like two holes because it cracked. Because if you press it too hard, but you're not paying attention, especially when you have
just with a little pressure.
Yeah, you have 2 3 drinks. Like you don't even notice. You're
trying to do things so fast.
Yeah, and then you don't notice, and it's a lot of the music and it's noise, and you just open and you're shooting your people next to you with your drink because like and everything is really strange. The mask situation is fucking weird. Like in my department, at least in my department, they're not super strict with the mask, at least for this last couple days. Um, but I was hearing like in the floor, like people were like drinking, and as soon as they took the glass out of their mouth, there was someone that said like, hey, your mask. You gotta put your mask back on your face, you know. And
that's what we're supposed to do.
The security.
And security's taking care of that.
The security is taking care of that.
But as servers, we're supposed to also tell the customers that they need to wear the mask if they're not drinking.
But everything is so weird now.
It's thousands and thousands of people in and out of there. It's impossible to tell everyone, hey, you have to have your mask on.
A lot of people are saturating too.
At least I feel too busy to be paying attention to that.
Yeah.
And I know they want us to be more safe than give excellent service.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's number one priority. That's why we're wearing the mask, the gloves, and everything. Safety goes first. So you're gonna have to wait an extra 10 minutes for your drink and yada yada. So,
but at the same time, because there's so many restrictions and they only called certain amount of staff to come in. We're so short-staffed that it's impossible for us to take things too slow.
Yeah.
On the contrary, I feel like I have to do things faster.
Yeah.
I mean, last night, people were waiting for drinks between 20 to 40 minutes, and that's ridiculous.
I think it's all part of the restarting. You know, like my first day back to work, I was feeling very, I don't know, like lost, strange, like... At some point, somebody told me, like, deliver this to table number 70. And I was like, Jesus, which one is table 70? I only been out for 3 months, and I don't remember the fucking tables. Like, for real, I was totally lost.
I know. Oh, my God.
It's very strange. And it's like all these... things together, all these new things.
It's like you're starting a new job.
Yeah, it's like you breathe into the mask, so the heat comes in your face, so you feel like overheating. But then your body's not that hot, but your face is hot. So if you're chewing like a mint or something, like I was chewing like a Hulk mint, and my breath went to my eyes, and I was blind for a second. People thought I was on drugs or something. I was blinking like crazy for a couple minutes. Like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I was chewing like a Hulk mint, but. Yeah, and everything is, I mean, yeah, I think some people are taking it like too serious, and others are not taking it serious enough, you know? Yeah. And yeah, because if you're prone to have like, you know, to have like low immune systems, you should be worried about it.
It's a gamble right now to be out in the streets because, like you're saying,
it's a gamble, but
people that
even
don't
though it's a gamble, I don't agree. Listen, I don't agree with people wearing masks in their car when they're by themselves. That's
stupid.
That's next level.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's next level. I see so many memes.
Even if you're with someone else, but if you live with that person, like you're with them the whole time. So there's no way.
That's another thing. Like for example, last night, okay, in our bar we have 17 chairs, right? But we're only allowed to have 7 now. Because of social distancing. And there was this girl. She came with her husband, and they pull a chair and they put it together. I mean, and one of the managers from a different department came in and was like, "Oh, can you guys please like spread a little bit?" I'm like, "Bro, that doesn't make any sense. They live together. Why you're gonna come to their fucking place and
verify,
like put a shield on their bed and divide it in the middle, like." You guys have to social distance, you know? You cannot be together. And some people are taking it to the extreme. Like, that's too much. I mean, if it's 2 random persons sitting in a bar and you want to keep social distancing, I get it. But,
well, when we were having the meeting before we opened up the casino, I asked my manager, hey, what if this person is, you know, like, if this girl is with her husband, like, and they're sitting together, and am I supposed to tell them to, you know, sit 6 feet apart?
That's kind of like a tricky one. That's
kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, they already came in together. They live together, or even if they don't live together, they came in together. So what's gonna make the difference if they sit 6 feet apart right when they get into the casino?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a very interesting thing. Like my biggest concern or my question is, for how long are we going to be doing this? It's like we giving away our our freedom, in certain way. Like we are letting people to tell us you have to wear a mask, you have to wear gloves, and I mean, like, for how long? Like, it's kind of like losing your freedom, because if they decide that you have to do that for a year and you're gonna have to do it for a year, like, come on. It's a very tricky thing, freedom.
Well, you're saying a year, but you got to think of it as
the way I see it is in
the
Asian culture. The Asian culture, this is normal. Like, they have pollution, they have all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so they're always wearing a mask.
And they lost that freedom. Like, they, certain people have to wear masks because somebody else is telling them you have to wear a mask to go out. Mm-hmm. Like, it's, like, what if it gets like that here? Like, we lose our freedom, and now you have to wear a mask. I mean, I don't know, man. It's very, very tricky and interesting to see. Like,
I don't think the mask is the biggest problem in this. I think the problem is where you stop being physical with other people.
I mean, I'm happy to do that. Let me tell you, because certain people are like too. I don't know, man. Like,
well, you're happy because there's certain people you don't want to have physical contact with, and I feel like that
especially in this industry. Like, for example, there are people that sometimes I feel that they didn't take a shower for the last 3 days, and it's kind of, and you're like, hi, and you don't have to, a good thing is with the mask, you don't have to be fake. You can just be. Nobody will tell if you're actually being fake or not. And they don't notice.
We're supposed to smile with our eyes.
Yeah, smile with your eyes. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be very, very strange. That's a smile with your eyes. Fuck out of here. Like, how are you gonna smile with your eyes? But people that like to be fake, they can really do it now. People would think they're cool because you just, nobody will notice anything, with a mask. And now, everything's changed. Yeah, but I don't know. All these situation.
But what I'm saying is, like, for example, there's certain people, like, because we work in this industry, there's things that people that we want to avoid.
Yeah.
Like,
and I feel like we have the best view. I feel like we have the best view of the actual situation being in this industry, because we deal with so many people that you kind of see every single angle. For somebody that has an office, they might don't have to have all these restrictions because they don't work in a closed space with so many people like we do. So for us that we work with a lot of people and we have a lot of customers, it's a little more tricky. We have to deal with more people, so we have to take more measurements, safety measurements.
Yeah.
So.
But what I was getting to is that apart from the customers, there's also people like that we work with that we want to have this distance with. For example, me as a woman, like, there's a lot of guys that work in there and they want to be too touchy, and that makes me uncomfortable. But because I work with them every day, I don't want to be rude either.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So this gives me an opportunity to
take this as an excuse.
Yeah, take it as an excuse.
Social distancing.
Keep away.
Thank you. Stay away, sir.
Like, no more kisses.
Hello.
No more hugs. And like you said, there's customers too that like to be touchy too.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of guys that come and just randomly hug me or randomly give me a kiss in the head, and it's so freaking weird.
And for you, because where you work, people are allowed to smoke, it's even more strange because guys I smoke, like, but I use a vape, so that doesn't smell.
Cigarettes, it doesn't bother me too much because I've had family members that smoke. But cigars, oh my god, that smell kills me.
It's like very, I don't know, like deep.
That smell kills me.
It's like very strong. Yeah, I know.
And there's some worse than others because the cigars, they all smell different.
Yeah, the more they smell, the better they are. I think that's how it is.
I don't know.
It's something like that. Because rich people smell like shit.
When someone's smoking a cigar, like, I'm sorry, but you're like the last person that I want to see right now.
Damn.
Like, I avoid
Thanks God I choose a vape, guys. No sponsor, but yeah.
But
That
yeah,
doesn't smell.
that's a good way to use an excuse now to keep away with people that you don't want them touching you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you have a husband or if you have kids or family members, like you really don't want to have physical contact with them?
Yeah. That's very, very tricky.
That's something like.
Yeah.
I think that's what annoys people.
I think
more.
during this whole quarantine, I call quarantine that from March all the way to beginning of June. That's when we were in quarantine. Yeah. And everything was very changeable during the whole time. Like at the beginning was like, okay, don't do this, don't do that. And then in the middle was like, okay, you can do this. It was proof that this is not that bad. And now it's like the people that don't have symptoms, they cannot infect other people. So everything is changing so much that everybody's confused. And
everyone's confused, and right now is that reality is hitting everyone because now we're going out of our house.
Yeah.
We're seeing other people.
Yeah, before you were locked up.
When you're in quarantine, you're stuck in here in the house. Yeah, you're listening what's happening around the world and everything.
You're not dealing
with reality is not hitting you.
Yeah, you don't care. But now
like reality didn't hit me until I started working before yesterday.
Yeah, you have to say that, oh shit, now I have to be out. Fuck man, this is real.
And it was like, oh, they told me I had to do this. I forgot. I freaking forgot. Like,
yeah.
Maybe tomorrow I could do better.
Yeah, let's see where it goes. I mean, let's see where this gonna end because
it's too difficult to change habits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What they're trying to do right now with us is change our habits.
And that's very tough. You're going from being touchy, do this, do that, whatever, America, do whatever you want to do, to like, okay, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you cannot do this, you know. And those
are the state restrictions, and then we have restrictions in our job, and then you have restrictions in other places. Like they just keep accumulating.
Yeah. And then you have your own thought of what is right and what is not, and everything gets like kind of like mixed, and that's why everybody's different. Like I see people that they have the mask in the pocket, but they don't use it. But then they cannot,
or they have it hanging on their face.
Yeah, they don't want
not covering.
They don't want to touch anybody because coronavirus, but they have the mask in their pocket. So it's very, very strange. I don't know. I mean, let's see what this all end up, because a lot of businesses are being affected by this. Nightclubs, I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know how they're going to reopen.
Nightclubs, I see it very difficult for them to be
nightclubs,
open.
Festivals, man.
I mean,
sports,
the only thing they could do, actually, they can't do anything.
They can do shit. There's nothing you can do in a nightclub. People are gonna be touching each other.
Yeah.
It's packed. Sports. You have one chair here, another one right there. So how do you make that work?
That's no way.
To go to a stadium to see, I don't know, your favorite team, whatever.
I guess a stadium is more easy. A nightclub is.
It's not. You're gonna put a shield. You're gonna put a shield on every single. Like you're gonna people in boxes. I mean, you'd rather watch the fucking game from home if I have to do that. If I have to be like in my own box, somebody will come with a popcorn, throw it from above. Like there you go, grab the popcorn. You know that.
But I'm just saying it's easier to manage for people to go and see a live game than to actually go to a nightclub, because you could separate the seats in a stadium, but you can't do anything in a nightclub. The whole point of being in a nightclub is that in a
stadium you are conscious, but in a nightclub you're gonna be drunk, you're gonna be wasted, you're gonna be doing stupid shit, and the last thing you're gonna have in your head is coronavirus.
No, and the whole point of going to a nightclub, apart from drinking, the first thing is drinking, is that you're going to dance, you're going to socialize.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How you're supposed to dance 6 feet apart? Hey, you stand over there. I'm gonna stand over here. We're gonna do this move.
Yeah, you're gonna be very tricky. I mean, let's see where all this stuff ends up.
And nightclubs are usually very small too. It's a very small space.
Yeah, when you get in, once you have a couple of drinks, you can tell the size. Trust me. 2 drinks in and you don't care if it's a trashy one.
That's not the point.
Okay.
My point is that it's a small place.
Yeah.
So.
Like in reality, it's a small place, but in your head, after half an hour, you don't even care. Yeah. That's
right now.
The biggest question is where this gonna end, because I don't think we're gonna have a vaccine soon. I don't think none of that gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get locked down again.
That's what I was gonna tell you earlier, that I don't think this is gonna end until we have a vaccine. And even when we have the vaccine,
we have a vaccine for the flu.
Depending on how they're gonna work that out, if we're gonna have to pay for it or if insurance is gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, we're still gonna have these restrictions because not everyone is gonna be available to get that vaccine.
Yeah. Especially
they're not gonna have the capacity.
Especially in a country like ours, we're Dominicans, so I don't know how the fuck they're gonna get a vaccine over there. It's gonna be real tough. I mean, we're gonna have to get used to all this, and they say humans get used to everything. Like even the quarantine, we were going nuts the first couple of weeks, and after a while, you're like, okay, whatever, So maybe this new normal we get used to in a month or 2 months, 3 months, who knows? But what I'm interested to see is like where this is gonna end. We're gonna stay like this for a year. Or we're gonna stay like this for just a couple more months, and then we're gonna.
Or is this gonna be a lifetime?
Or it's gonna be a lifetime thing. It's gonna be like 2020. 2020 is gonna be like 2012, end of the world, a new beginning. So
is this gonna be our new normal?
Or it's our new normal. For us, it's not that bad. Like I can say, like it's not that bad financially, and it's not that bad emotionally. Like I know there is a lot of people out there are really struggling. People that lost their business, people that didn't get live in a country that didn't get unemployment, like help from the government like we did, and all that kind of stuff. So we didn't get it that bad, but for them I feel bad. I really feel for them, and let's see how all this end up coming out, whatever. Let's see. Well, we are 27 minutes on this podcast. I think that's pretty long for our first one. Yeah, we were thinking of doing like a 20-minute one, 15 minutes, but we're half an hour. We talk a lot. That's why we wanted to start a podcast, because we have we have a lot of conversations with no answer. So we wanted to like record everything and let people like
during this quarantine. Our mind went a little
wild. Oh fuck yeah, we went nuts. We had so many crazy conversations, so that's why we had to have like a podcast to show our side of view of things, and people can maybe relate with it. And we're gonna keep doing this. So guys, thank you for watching this podcast. We're gonna have this the podcast on YouTube and iCloud. This is our first episode, so please don't judge my accent too much. Please be cool with Kimberly. She never been in a video before, so this is first time podcast, first time for Kimberly. So hope you guys like it, and see you guys on the next one. Ciao.
Ciao.